Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, one and only Anime Legends, and yeah guys, today I am back with the next part of what if Naruto was neglected by his family and took the system from transmigrators. So yeah guys, this is gonna be really OP of this series. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the previous part of this series, and if you guys have not seen it, please guys check it out, you guys will definitely like it. And yeah guys, before starting this video, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video. If you guys are new to the channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It would be really helpful to me. And yeah guys, I would like to tell you guys about my new TikTok account. The link of the TikTok account is in the description below. I have made some videos on this TikTok account as well. The link is in the description below. So please guys follow me on it on TikTok. It is gonna be really helpful to me and I would really appreciate that. So without any further ado, let us start the video. Last time we left off as we saw that Naruto, who was feeling down but decided to finally give up on his so-called family as Minato, Kushina along with Menma and Mito look like true family, and Naruto was forever an outsider, but he decided to come wi- in terms with that reality as he was finally ready to become stronger and one day will become Hokage by himself. He do not need the love of his parents, but suddenly he felt headache that was coming to his head. He could feel it. Something was trying to eject his soul from his body and a new soul was entering into his body. He was confused. He saw a illusion in which Minato and Kushina along with Menma and Mito were asking him for a hug, saying that how they were so proud of him and how much they love him. Naruto almost thought that it was real, but then he finally realized that it was just an illusion, nothing more than that, and he rejected this reality. He no longer needs the love of his so called parents, and just like that, in the outside world, the new soul which has inhabited Naruto's body finally realized that something was off as the system was giving error, and just like that, his soul was once again ejected from Naruto's body as Naruto once again took control over his body as he looked towards the soul of this otherworldly being, which finally disappeared unwillingly, while on the other hand, system gave him the prompt saying that how this system was here to help him become stronger and finally get the love of his parents and one day become Hokage. But Naruto did not accept that. After all, not even his own parents gave him unconditional love. So how could he ever believe that this otherworldly thing will help him become Hokage or anything like that? Naruto do not accept that as Naruto entered into his own mindscape where he finally was able to found the system which was hiding pretty well, but because of Naruto's action previously, he was unable to conceal himself from Naruto, as Naruto simply destroyed the consciousness of the system, getting the information about the Overlord system, a system which sent this minor system to the other world to destroy the timelines of these other worlds and get the destiny point from these worlds. And after these transmigrators completed their mission, the system simply destroy their souls and take over the body for themselves. This is the true meaning of the system, as Naruto finally realized that this thing is not a good thing to begin with. But to Naruto's surprise, the system store of the system did not disappear from where Naruto could already get the Mangekyo, the eternal Mangekyo, the wood style Ashura chakra, Indra chakra, as well as the bloodlines of the other races. As Naruto was pretty surprised, after all, he has gotten a lot of information from that transmigrator, and now Naruto has the knowledge of the other worlds like the One Piece, the Harry Potter, and as such, as Naruto realized that he has to become stronger, otherwise this overlord system will definitely try to hunt him down. So Naruto began his own training. So after that, we had a small time skip in which the Uchiha Itachi from another world, which was all who was also a transmigrator, had arrived in Naruto world after he got a mission from the system to kill Uzumaki Naruto from this timeline. As that was the mission given to this Uchiha Itachi, who had already become the fifth Hokage after defeating Danzo and the third Hokage, as Itachi decided to attack Naruto using his perfect Susanoo. But in the end of the day, he was just a Super Kage level shinobi and underestimating the power of Naruto, who was training hard for 4 years, even entering into the hyperbolic time chamber to become stronger, was finally able to defeat this Itachi, even though Naruto has explained to this person that the system was just using him for his own purposes, but the soul simply rejected that, telling him that how he had already died in his own original world and now he has gained all these powers. Even if system is to be evil, maybe he can live for 100 years easily. Even after that, if system were to erase their memories and take over their body, then they do not have much complaint to begin with, as Naruto also realized that there was no point in talking with these people, and just like that, Naruto ended him and took the system from this Uchiha Itachi for himself. So yeah guys, that was the last part of the series. If you guys have not seen it, please guys check it out. So let us begin the story from here, as Naruto has finally arrived in the Hokage office, as Minato along with Jiraiya, Tsunade and Kushina also arrived, as Minato looked towards Ambu, who talked something to Minato, as Minato nodded. Alright then, you tell the third Hokage to get into the council meeting. We will talk later. As Minato looked towards Naruto with complicated look on his eyes, he always believed that Menma and Mito were the children of destiny. But now, looking at the power which Naruto displayed, even destroying a perfect Susanoo, he was still digesting that another timeline Uchiha Itachi has entered in this one, and even tried to kill his own son. He was still confused. Why is that to begin with? As Minato looked towards Naruto, as I said, Naruto, you have to explain to me, how did you get all these powers? And do you know anything about that Uchiha Itachi? He wanted to kill you. I want to ask you if there is anything you want to tell us. As Naruto looked towards Minato, honestly, he do not feel much about his so-called father, even though in the original timeline of the Naruto verse, where his father and mother gave their life to protect him, but in this timeline, he had two other siblings, and the favorite of the family, as Naruto simply shook his head, that was far, far behind him. There are more troubles than his own family drama, as Naruto thought in his mind, as Naruto shook his head as he looked towards Minato. Well, it is a long story, but I can tell you that this is a not only the first time, and it will not be for the last time. Our world will definitely be attacked by other such beings, and it would not only be Uchiha Itachi but also the other beings. As Minato was confused about it, as Naruto decided to explain something. After all, he cannot just say that it is a system or anything like that. That is gonna be his own secret. As Naruto sighed as I looked towards Minato, well, I can only explain it in a short term. As Naruto looked towards Minato, they are trying to attack me because I had already killed one of them. As Minato raised an eyebrow at that, but before he can say anything, Jiraiya spoke up. Explain it clearly, Gaki. After all, even Jiraiya was now confused. Who is the true child of destiny? Would it be Menma or Mito? Or it is gonna be Naruto? If it is Naruto, then what were they doing for all these years? As Jiraiya was getting a headache, he always believed that Menma and Mito were the true child of destiny, but now, with the addition of Naruto, things had truly become complicated, as Naruto simply nodded at that. 4 years ago, I was attacked by an otherworldly being. He tried to kill me, but in the end of the day, I was able to defeat him. He talked about something revenge or something like that, but I did not believe him. He was talking about that how he was not from this world and how they will take over this whole world for themselves. I simply ignored it. After all, he was not that powerful to begin with, so I simply ignored it. But started to train by myself. I got some secrets from him, but I did not believe him. But in the end of the day, after this invasion, I believe that these are otherworldly beings who want to take over our shinobi world, and that must be the reason of their attack, specifically to kill me for avenging their previous comrade. This shocked everyone as Minato frowned at that as he looked towards Naruto. But before he can say anything, Kushina, speak up. But why did you not tell us this before, Naruto? We are your parents. As Kushina was already feeling guilty about Naruto's situation, but now realizing that there was already an attack on Naruto previously, and now she did not even knew about it. As Naruto gave her a look, even if I were to tell you, would you even believe me, mother? At this, Kushina flinched at that as Tsunade spoke up. Alright, Gaki, stop with the sarcastic comments. Right now is not the time. You have to explain everything to us clearly. As Naruto simply shrugged at that, I have already explained everything to you. These are otherworldly beings, and I believe that this attack will not stop here. They already have planned to take over our shinobi world, and for what we have to do is to unite the power of the shinobi world and fight it head on. As they simply look towards each other, as Jiraiya spoke up, you want us to unite the power of the shinobi world. As Naruto simply nodded at that. Well, Gaki, I do not know what you're truly thinking. After all, even if you want us to unite the shinobi world, it is not that easy, and that will kill too many people. You should not be thinking in that way. As Jiraiya started to think if Naruto truly is the child of destiny, then he would have to guide him. There would be no war, otherwise there would be too much of a bloodshed. As Naruto simply scoffed at that, but before he can say anything more, as an Ambu appeared, well, Lord Hokage, the council has been summoned. As Minato nodded at that, as Minato looked towards Naruto, alright Naruto, follow us. With that, all of them disappeared and finally arrived in the council room as Minato took his seat. As Minato spoke up, but before he can say anything, Danzo Shimura spoke up. Lord Hokage, we have to punish the Uchiha clan. How dare they attack Konoha so openly? As all of the clan heads glared towards Fugaku as well as his son Itachi. As Fugaku flinched at that, as he stood in front of Itachi, Lord Hokage, I've already explained this to you. That person was not definitely Itachi. This is my son, and he's here. That guy had already been killed by your son. I do not know how he did it, but that guy was definitely not from our Uchiha clan. As before anyone can say anything, Danzo spoke up. You still deny it. He used the Mangekyo Sharingan and even used the Susanoo. So how do you explain that? But before they can say anything, Minato spoke up. Alright, I've already gotten the information about that person. So all of you, calm down. As Danzo glared towards Minato as well as Fugaku, but decided to take his seat as Minato spoke up. From the information I have gotten from Naruto, as he gave a look to Naruto, who simply nodded as Minato explained the situation about the otherworldly beings and how they're gonna attack their shinobi world. As Danzo spoke scoffed at that, Lord Hokage, you believe the words of a boy. I believe that your son is in cahoot with these beings and I should interrogate him in the root. As all of them looked towards Danzo, as Naruto simply gave Danzo a look. Well, if your root has the power to capture me, I'm always welcome. You to try it. As Danzo glared towards Naruto, but before he can say anything, Minato spoke up. Alright, Danzo, that is enough. If you're not gonna help, then you can leave this council room. As Danzo gritted his teeth but decided not to say anything. As Minato explained about it, that how they're gonna attack once again sooner or later. And it last attack appeared 4 years ago when they tried to get rid of Naruto, but he was able to defeat them. It was just a revenge attack, but sooner or later these beings will definitely come to the shinobi world to capture this world for themselves. As all of them look towards each other uncomfortable. After all, this Uchiha Itachi was already powerful enough to walk through Konoha. He almost destroyed half of Konoha that easily. If he did not want to hunt Naruto, he could have flattened the whole Konoha pretty easily. Other than the first Hokage, they doubt that there would be any other person. Not only he used the Susanoo, he also used the wood style 1000 head Buddha, which was also pretty dangerous. As they looked towards each other, as Danzo had a sharp gleam in his eyes. Well, Lord Hokage, if you only want revenge on Naruto, I propose that we hand over Naruto and negotiate with these beings. After all, these are otherworldly beings. Only one, Uchiha Itachi, from this alternative timeline was powerful enough to destroy half of Konoha. You're the Hokage, you should protect Konoha and hand over this Naruto to this person. As Danzo gave a look to the third Hokage, as Third Hokage started to speak. Well, Minato, we are not asking you to sacrifice your son, but as Hokage, you have to look out for whole Konoha and not only for your family. As Third Hokage has also realized that if Naruto, the son of the fourth Hokage, is this powerful, then the faction led by Minato would become even stronger, and these Elder Council would not be able to pressure Minato too much, and they will lose a lot of power, and he, Third Hokage, cannot allow that. After all, he, Danzo, and the other two elders are in the same boat. As Naruto simply shook his head, as Naruto finally stepped forward, he do not have time for this whole situation. Well, I previously thought that you guys would have some sense and finally come to your senses and realize that what grave threat it truly is. As Naruto stepped forward, his aura changing, and just like that, the aura of a 6 path level was completely in display. He did not even use the power of the Saiyan race, otherwise, these people would have been crushed by his mere pressure, and now the aura of a 6 path level was in complete display. As Naruto looked towards the third Hokage and the Danzo, if you guys have the ability to capture me, then do so. Otherwise, I'm gonna crush you right here and right now, you previous relic of old. As Danzo and both her were in an utter shock. These were the Elder Council and no one had dared to talk to them, especially the third Hokage. He himself has been Hokage previously. As Naruto looked towards them, perhaps you did not listen to it or you do not even want to listen to it. We do not have time for this internal conflict. After all, you have been a previous Hokage. How can you ever be this narrow minded? As third Hokage glared towards Naruto as Naruto finally spoke up. Perhaps you did not listen carefully. They have already attacked me once only because they wanted to get rid of me or something like that. But even if you were to hand me over, that is, I highly doubt that you can do that. What is to guarantee that they will uphold this so-called negotiation or whatsoever their plan is to take over the shinobi world, and that they will still do. And I am the most powerful person right now, and I dare say that there's not a single person alive in the shinobi world. Even if you were to resurrect Hashirama and Madara, I have the power to vanquish them both again. So who is gonna actually capture me, and who is gonna hand me over you, the relic of the old? As all of them were in utter shock, the power and the pressure that was coming from Naruto's body was overwhelming. Even Minato, who wanted to speak at many points, was unable to do so because of the pressure and power. As Naruto simply scoffed at that, as Naruto looked towards Minato, if you can assemble the power of the shinobi world, then do so. And if you cannot, I am more than powerful enough to take care of these things by myself. Do not bother me. As after saying that, Naruto simply walked away. These people were simply foolish. They are still struggling in their internal conflict and trying to grab for power even when the shinobi world is at the brink of destruction. As Naruto simply scoffed at that, it seemed that he has to take the situation in his own hand. After all, after saying that, Naruto simply walked away. When Naruto released his pressure, all of them finally calmed down after some time. Danzo finally spoke up. Minato, you have to give us an explanation. He did not even bother to say the Hokage word. As Minato, after some time, also calmed down as he glared towards Danzo. He did not expect this kind of power. It was immense pressure. Previously, when Naruto transformed, he felt the power and pressure, but he was unable to sense it as if it did not belong to the system of chakra to begin with. But he could feel the power in the body of his son, but now he could feel the chakra. It was endless, even more than the nine tails. After all, Minato had fought the nine tails once in his life and he knows the immense chakra of the beast. But his son had more chakra, far more chakra than the nine tails. As Naruto has finally arrived outside of the council room, as Naruto closed his eyes, he was already bruising the new products which he has gotten from the other system of Uchiha Itachi. And now he has finally located the things he required. These were the chakra fruits which he has gotten from there. It seemed that there were not many of them. As Naruto frowned at that, but it doesn't matter. He wanted to increase his same bloodline, but to his surprise, in this system as well as the previous system he has gotten, there was only limit to Super Saiyan 3. He was confused about it. Why is that there no more Saiyan transformation? Could it be that it is actually the Naruto world system? So these are just high-end things and not required much as Naruto thought. Well, this is a Naruto system and there are more Naruto related products here, even though they are products from the One Piece and Harry Potter world, but there are not many products in that category. And same is for Saiyan transformation. Could it be that he has to hunt down a transmigrator who is actually reborn in the universe of Dragon Ball? But Naruto simply shook his head. Dragon Ball world is actually a lot stronger than Naruto and other One Piece worlds, and he do not believe that he has yet to have power to fight a Super Saiyan. Who knows if that Dragon Ball world would have Super Saiyan 4 or 5 and other those transformation like Ultra Instinct, he would be in deep trouble if he were to fight those beings. As Naruto shook his head, he has to accelerate his plan to become stronger. At the moment, at the peak of his power, excluding the same transformation in Naruto world only, he is at the pinnacle of the six path realm, but he has to increase his powers even further. As Naruto closes his eyes, Chakra Fruit is gonna be the way for him to become stronger. As Naruto nodded at that thought, and Naruto opened a portal and finally disappeared from there. On the other side of the portal, as Naruto looked towards the planet, this was a planet which has great natural energy. Well, not as much as his original world, but it does have a lot, and it seemed that this planet do not have life to begin with. As Naruto simply nodded at that, and finally decided to implant his chakra fruit there. As Naruto smiled, but there was a problem. A chakra fruit required too much time, at least a century, for the chakra seed to become a ten tails, and afterward it also required the sacrifice of an Utsutsuki. As Naruto thought for some time, but then an idea came as Naruto opened the portal of the system and where he finally found the thing he was looking for, the time turner. As Naruto smirked at that, as Naruto finally planted the seed, as Naruto planted this device in the planet, and Naruto could already feel it. The time of this planet is increasing rapidly. As Naruto smirked at that, the 100 year will only pass from the outside of this planet. Talking about the Earth timeline, only 100 days are required for this tree to finally become the 10 tails. As Naruto finally smiled at that, this plan was truly gonna be perfect. If you guys are wondering if Naruto has eaten so many chakra fruits and if he has the same bloodline, then why he's only at the level of the sixth path, then I'm gonna explain it in the next scene. As Naruto smiled at that and decided to go to the other planets and do the same. At the moment, he only had 100 chakra seeds, which he had already planted to 100 planets. As Naruto finally arrived, as Naruto closes his eyes and a dimension portal appeared in front of Naruto. As Naruto finally entered it, in front of Naruto were 100 Naruto who were training hard. The moment Naruto got the same bloodline, Naruto also got the techniques from the Dragon Ball world, even though this system of his does not belong to the category of the Dragon Ball world, but he still learned some techniques, especially the Tien clone jutsu. Those are real clones, and they, even though it halved his power, but those there is one benefit to these clones. They can all train simultaneously. As Naruto smirk at that, 100 of his clones were training in the hyperbolic time chamber, increasing his base form and thus increasing his power. Same bloodline is that more you train, stronger you get, and this was the shortcut he was able to find. This was actually just a single clone of his that is roaming in the outside world, and 100 Naruto are training in the hyperbolic time chamber, becoming stronger and stronger to sustain his Saiyan bloodline. Maybe he would be able to become Super Saiyan 4 by himself, as Naruto thought by himself in his mind, but it also halved his power too much. But that was the reason he was only at the level of the six path level. Otherwise, his power level would have skyrocketed only because of the same bloodline. But at the moment, he has to show himself weak. Otherwise, if he showed too much strength, he's sure that the Dragon Ball world transmigrators would definitely come to his world to crush him. He has to show himself to be weak. Otherwise, the Overlord system will not let him go. As not to side inwardly, hopefully this clone's training will definitely pay off. Otherwise, he would truly be doomed. As Naruto thought in his mind and finally came out of the hyperbolic time chamber and started to plant more of the chakra seed. It will take some time. As Naruto closes his eyes, it is time for him to hunt down the Utsutsuki clan members. After all, it would require at least 100 Utsutsuki members for him to get 100 chakra fruits. Even though the Saiyan transformation are also important, but these chakra fruits also multiply his power too much. As Naruto smirked at that and finally decided to hunt down the Utsutsuki members, while in the faraway Momoshiki and Kinshiki were roaming across the cosmos. They are still going to a specific planet where they have already planted one of their so-called god tree. As Momoshiki finally arrived, looking towards the half-baked fruit, as he frowned at that, the natural energy of this planet is simply too thin. They are unable to produce a more powerful chakra fruit, but it doesn't matter. It will take only few more years for this chakra fruit to finally as Momoshiki spoke up, Kinshiki, are you ready? You have to sacrifice yourself. So, have you planted the karma seal? As Kinshiki simply nodded at that, my lord, I have already implanted my karma seal on one of these inhabitants. Do not worry, I am ready to sacrifice myself for the great cause of the Utsutsuki clan. As Momoshiki smirked at that and nodded as a elite and the main branch member. He do not care about these branch member slaves, but that is truly convenient for him. As a smirk at that, this fruit is he's gonna get at least one third of it, and his powers will increase definitely. As Momoshiki thought, but to his surprise, he could feel something was off, something was coming here, and that was fast. For from the cosmos, Naruto has already found the location where the chakra fruit tree was planted, and he was sure that a Otsutsuki clan member will definitely be present here to safeguard Day 3. As Naruto smirked after sensing the chakra signature of the Usushi clan members, and Naruto finally arrived to the planet looking towards these two Usushi. As Naruto raised an eyebrow, he has seen this in the Baruto series. It seemed that they were called Momoshiki and Kinshiki. As Naruto's eyes narrowed towards both of them. So I have already found you, huh? Utsuskis. As Naruto looked towards the so-called god tree, as a smirk came to Naruto's face, and he also got a free chakra fruit. At that, as Naruto simply nodded at that thought, as he looked towards Momoshiki and Kinshiki. Well then, come with me. As Momoshiki spoke up, you, how do you have the Usushi clan bloodline? As Naruto simply looked towards Momoshiki, he was able to sense it from him, but it doesn't matter. He has so many bloodlines, even the bloodlines of the magicians, and the bloodline of Saiyan, and the bloodline of, you can say, many other clans. So, a single Usushi clan bloodline is not worth much for him. As Momoshiki looked towards Naruto with anger, Kinshiki, get rid of him. We will open his mouth by ourselves. As after that, Kinshiki nodded, as you wish, my lord. After saying that, Kinshiki rushed towards Naruto with his axe, as Naruto looked towards Kinshiki with pity in his eyes. Just a branch member who's actually thinking that he's powerful enough, but he's gonna be an excellent sacrifice, as Naruto thought in his mind. As Naruto simply stopped the axe of Kinshiki with a single finger. He was at the peak of the 6th path level, and this Kinshiki is barely at the level of 6th path. As Naruto simply scoffed at that, as Naruto simply punched Kinshiki so hard that he puked out blood as he slammed into the ground. Naruto did not even bother to activate his Saiyan bloodline as he looked towards Momoshiki. Well, you talk too much. Why don't you simply shut your mouth? As Naruto from the system prompt brought out the Elder Wand, as Naruto pointed it towards Momoshiki, as and released a spell. As Momoshiki, who was about to say something, felt something was off. His mouth, it was no longer there. He was confused, but then he activated the Rinnegan in his hand, and his mouth has once again appeared as Momoshiki absorbed the magic that was changing the reality of his mouth. As Momoshiki looked towards Naruto in utter horror. Whatever this thing was, which he has absorbed, was so much different than chakra. It did not belong to the chakra system whatsoever, and now he was feeling a bit of fear. After all, his Rinnegan was unable to process whatever this magic truly was. As Naruto smirked at that, so the magic truly works on your beings. Well, I just wanted to test it. Let's see how powerful you beings truly are. But before Naruto could say anything, Kinshiki was already upon Naruto. Die! As in his hand was a huge Bijudama as he released it towards Naruto. As Naruto simply sighed as he activated his Rinnegan and simply absorbed the huge Bijudama. But from the outside, as Momoshiki and Kinshiki were already upon Naruto. As Naruto, he was a bit surprised. He did not thought that Momoshiki himself would attack him, but it doesn't matter. As Naruto casually moved between both of the Ususkis, he was so much more powerful than both of them. He was just simply toying with them. After having a bit of fun, Naruto simply looked towards the fruit, and it seemed that it was already taking the form of the 10 tails. As Naruto was a bit surprised, it seemed that the Chakra tree has finally realized that his master is in trouble, so it has taken the form of the 10 tails to fight him. As Naruto simply smirked at that. Well, let's see the rumors of having the true chakra fruit after sacrificing a Usushi clan member. As Naruto smirked at that, as he easily grabbed Kinshiki and twisted his neck, and just like that, his neck was broken, and he had already died. The 10 tails who was about to roar, as Naruto simply threw the body of the Kinshiki in his mouth as the 10 tails stopped breathing for a second, and just like that, his whole body started to change once again. The chakra tree has appeared, and on top of it was a shining fruit. As Momoshiki, realizing how much trouble he was in, rushed towards the chakra fruit, ready to devour it. He will just explain to clan elders about the situation, and they will definitely forgive him. For now, he has to eat this chakra fruit, breaking the laws of the Usushi clan. But Naruto was already upon Momoshiki Avada Kedavra as Naruto simply pointed his wand towards Momoshiki and released the killing curse as Momoshiki was in utter shock as the curse hit him. But it did not kill him directly as Naruto raised an eyebrow. Huh, so it did not kill you. Well, let's see how much killing curse you can actually take. With that, Naruto started to release one after killing curse on Momoshiki, who tried to hide or tried to dodge, but Naruto's speed was simply too much, and just like that, after 20 killing us. Momoshiki's soul was finally destroyed. As Naruto smug at that, he simply put the body of Momoshiki in one of the storage place of the system as Naruto looked towards the chakra fruit and finally grabbed it and started to eat it. And just like that, Naruto's power started to increase. At this point, his power was even beyond that of Kaguya and Hagoromo and Hamura combined. And that is only talking about chakra. And keep that in mind that this is just a clone of Naruto. 100 Naruto clones are still training in the hyperbolic time chamber, trying to increase the power of their same bloodline. As Naruto looked towards his hand, the power he was feeling, the so-called Super Saiyan transformations are only multipliers. The stronger his base, the stronger he will become after the transformation. As Naruto smirked at that, as Naruto decided to hunt down the other Uzumaki clan members. After all, it will only take 100 days for his 100 chakra fruits to prepare. As Naruto smirked at that, while on the other hand, in Konoha, after this whole ordeal, Naruto had disappeared from Konoha. People were in shock, especially the council members, especially Danzo, who was telling Minato to put Naruto as a missing ninja, that how he has run away. But Minato simply ignored him. He already know what kind of power Naruto truly has. Even if he were to brand Naruto as a missing ninja, who will truly hunt him down and who has the audacity to put such a powerful figure as a missing ninja? As Minato sighed, too much situation is getting out of his hand, and now even the other villages are trying to get information on Konoha. Who was the one who attacked Konoha? Who defeated such a powerful enemy? The rumors of a perfect Susanoo and the Wood style coming back to fight a single person were spreading across the shinobi world, and Minato was unable to stop them. He has a hunch that it was the doing of Danzo and the third Hokage, but there was little proof he had in his hand. As Minato sighed, but at least he got a letter from Naruto before he left that how he is handling things and he will return back before the Chunin exam. And that was a good thing, Minato thought in his mind. Far away in the cosmos, outside of the omniverse, as a system, a signal once again appeared to the Overlord system, and this time Overlord system took it more seriously than before as he looked towards the direction, and it had silence for some time as he finally spoke up. Uzumaki Naruto, you have gone too far. You have destroyed two of my systems, and you will pay for it. As the Overlord system spoke in his mind, as he once again gave a bounty. This time, it did not go to a single transmigrator, but to many other in the Naruto verse. They have to hunt down Uzumaki Naruto as soon as possible. Otherwise, they would be in deep trouble. System is beyond, a system is supreme. They cannot allow themselves to be destroyed by these mortals. As Overlord system spoke in his mind and finally gave the bounty to the other systems as well, far away in the world. Tobirama Senju opened his eyes. He was also a transmigrator as well as another Hashirama Senju, Uchiha Madara, and Uchiha Aizuna. These were the four legendary figures of the Warning State period, and these are the other transmigrators from different timelines as they looked towards their system who were giving them the instructions to hunt down this Uzumaki Naruto. These were the souls from the other worlds that have transmigrated into Naruto world. Four different timelines and four different transmigrators with a single mission to get rid of Uzumaki Naruto. What will happen when these figures will finally arrive in Naruto universe? And what will happen when they fight off against Naruto? See it next time. Oh, just I'm kidding. Whatever. Let's go to Naruto's side. At the moment, Naruto was looking towards another Uzumaki clan member who was trying his best to run away. These Uzumaki members are truly fools and cowards. Naruto has to say that they always try to run away before they say that how they are a god or something like that, and how he was just a mortal who has stolen the Uzumaki bloodline, and then they try to attack him, and once he defeated them, they all of them just try to run away after sacrificing their branch members. This was the same cycle all over the again, but in the end of the day, Naruto was able to capture 100 Uzumaki members, and it was time for him to sacrifice these Uzumaki members. Previously, he thought that the chakra fruit is all the same after absorbing the power of the planet, but now he realized that there were so many factors. For example, if you plant a chakra fruit in earth and you get a chakra fruit after sacrificing Ishiki, then the power of the fruit is 10. But if you were to sacrifice the king of the Usuke clan to the same 10 tails, the chakra fruit you will have at least 1 million power level. That was the gap of power of the sacrifice. So more powerful the Usuke, more powerful the chakra fruit. Previously, he were the chakra fruits which he had gotten, but on the same standard level of Ishiki sacrifice. But now more and more powerful Ususukes are being sacrificed, and therefore his power is getting stronger and stronger. As Naruto smirk at that, looking towards the final round, as Naruto 100 days has finally passed, and the trees has finally given him the fruit, and it was time for the 10 tails to appear. As Naruto arrived on the first planet, he had already had Momoshiki in his hand, the dead body of Momoshiki, and finally the 10 tails roared towards Naruto as Naruto finally threw the body of Momoshiki inside of the 10 tails, which started to evolve as Naruto's eyes narrowed. This was a lot stronger than the chakra fruit before. Why is that? As Naruto thought in his mind, as Naruto, a detail finally appeared in Naruto's mind. He remembered only one half of Ishiki body was sacrificed to the 10 tails, and he did not even absorb the full power of the planet. Now, looking towards the planet, which was completely destroyed, as Naruto thought in his mind, and finally looking towards the fruit, which was at least at the level of 100. If normal chakra fruit is at the level of 10, then this chakra fruit is at the level well, of 100. As Naruto smiled at that thought and started to eat the chakra fruit, he could feel it. His powers were increasing rapidly at the moment. Naruto doubted that he could even take on the king of the Usuke clan. As Naruto smirked at that, while far away in the cosmos, Usuke clan members were gathered there. Their members are being hunted down. The king of the Usuke finally took his seat as he looked towards the remaining member with a frown. The Usuke clan had 1,000 members. Half of them belonged to the main branch and the other belonged to the branch members. And now at least 100 of them were already assassinated. He was truly angry now. So many of his plans were destroyed, so many of his chakra fruits were stolen, and he was truly furious today as he looked towards his commander. So, what is the meaning of this? Did you find the information? Who is this being who is hunting down someone as powerful as the Ususukis themselves? As his commander finally spoke up, Lord Kane, we are unable to find whoever this person is. It's definitely using the space-time power to evade our scanning. And he was able to catch us off guard. But do not worry, we have already made plans, and sooner or later we will be able to find whoever this person is and hunt him down to explain us to why he is doing this. But do not worry, he is only hunting down the low level Osuskis, and we have already decided to send our elites to find this person. We will definitely bring him to you, my lord. Eskin narrowed his eyes towards his commander, but nodded nonetheless. At the moment, only the weaker Osushi clan members were being hunted down, especially that Momoshiki, who liked to talk too much, but in the end of the day, his strength is nothing special. As the king of the Osushi closes his eyes, well then, I'm waiting for your good news. As the other Osushi simply nodded at that and disappeared to find this thief who is stealing their chakra fruits, while on the other hand, Naruto at the moment was meditating in the center of a planet. This was a very powerful planet where natural energy was running fast as Naruto was absorbing all this natural energy into himself. At the moment, he was digesting the power which he had gotten from the chakra fruits, and he could feel it. His strength was increasing rapidly. At the moment, he was confident that he can take himself in a Super Saiyan 3 transformation, but it doesn't matter. At least his power is increasing, and more powerful his base, the stronger the transformation. It is time for him to finally try the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, as Naruto thought in his mind. As Naruto finally returned back to the hyperbolic time chamber, looking towards his other selves. As he gave a nod, as all of them nodded back, it was time for them to fuse once again together. As all of them disappeared and merged into Naruto's body, as a aura of immense power was shot directly into the sky of the hyperbolic time chamber. Looking towards his hand, his strength has increased thousands, if not millions of time. These clones were training here for years, all of them, and now at least they have trained for 100 years, and his strength has increased so much. As Naruto looked towards his hand, the power, it was truly something else, as Naruto finally made the fake moon which he had learned from the system and finally threw it into the sky as the fake moon finally transformed, and with that Naruto bloodline, same bloodline activated, and just like that Naruto transformed into a golden ape and started to rampage all over the place. But Naruto was ready for this. He has already made many preparations, and within time, Naruto was finally able to take control of the grape ape. As Naruto let out a roar, with that, he started to change as his body started to transform. But something new happened. It seemed that his Super Saiyan 4 transformation evolved. Maybe it was because of chakra, or maybe because of the other bloodlines in his blood, as it was not just red fur. No, it transformed from places to places into the golden form. His main fur was red color, but his hair was pure golden. His eyes has changed into a strange mixture of the Rinnegan and some other symbols as well. As Naruto looked towards his hand behind him were truth-seeking awe, but they were filled with strange power that was not chakra, ki, or magic, something, a combination of them all. In this transformation, Naruto is able to use all the bloodlines which he has gained from the system. Looking towards his hand, Naruto was ready for anything. As Naruto smirked at that, now he would even be confident to fight off against some of the Dragon Ball world transmigrators, but he has to get ready for it. After all, these beings are powerful. Who knows how powerful the Ultra Instinct truly is? But he was ready for anything. As Naruto looked towards his hand, it was time for him to return back to Konoha. As Naruto once again made some of his clones to start training in the hyperbolic time chamber. After all, he can never let his guard down. If it truly came to it, at least some of his clones would survive and they will be able to once again revive him, as Naruto thought in his mind, and decided to leave the hyperbolic time chamber finally arrived in Konoha. 3 months has passed since the whole invasion of Uchiha Itachi, and now the Chunin exams are gonna begin. As Naruto decided to pay a visit to his so-called family, as Naruto finally arrived in the Hokage office when Minato was doing his paperwork, but when he noticed Naruto was there, he was shocked and surprised. Naruto, you're back. As Naruto simply nodded at that. As Minato spoke up, where were you? Why did you not tell us anything? As Naruto simply shook his head, I was training. As Minato wanted to say that they can train together, but he simply shook his head, remembering the power which Naruto had as he sighed inwardly. He had already paid a visit to the great old toad sage, who have told him that the future cannot be seen anymore and they do not know who the true child of destiny truly is. But one thing was sure, that Naruto was far, far stronger than Menma and Mito, even stronger than the Nine Tails. And Naruto, being the true child of destiny between all of his children, is far higher than anyone else. As Minato sighed at that thought, well, Naruto, what are you gonna do about it? Did you find any more information about those otherworldly beings? As Naruto simply nodded at that, sooner or later they will attack us. So do not worry, I'm ready for anything. As Minato sighed at that, but decided to trust his son for once, as he simply nodded at that. Alright, your mother is missing you. Why don't you pay a visit to your mother? As Naruto looked towards Minato for some time, but nodded nonetheless, and disappeared from there. As Minato sighed, looking towards the village. Hopefully, he will be able to protect the peace of this village. But hey guys, I'm gonna end this part here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. For the next part, the like goal is gonna be 100 likes and 30 comments. Do that and I shall upload the next part as soon as possible. So yeah guys, see you soon. Peace.